We move toward the end of 2025. President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown remains robust, while Border Patrol has ceased operations in Charlotte. Agents are expected in New Orleans early next month, and new data exclusively obtained by NewsNation shows continued high arrest numbers by ICE agents all across the country. NewsNation's Allie Bradley joins us live to break it all down. Allie, good afternoon.
Yeah, hey, good afternoon, Nick. So new DHS data exclusively obtained through our sources shows just how deep gang activity is running within the United States. So we've learned that ICE has made nearly 300,000 arrests across the United States since the beginning of the year, and 1 out of every 45 of those arrests involved a known gang member. So that is more than 6,400 gang members that have been taken off the streets in the interior alone. And more than a third of them are tied to 2 of the most violent organizations operating in the U.S. We're talking about Tren de Aragua and MS-13. So for Tren de Aragua, the numbers are surging. 1 in every 263 total arrests nationwide is a TDA member. They make up 17% of all gang arrests, roughly 1 out of every 6. And DHS has been spotlighting those TDA busts, including the one that we were first to break out of San Antonio last week, where 51 TDA members were nabbed in this multi-agency effort. MS-13, meantime, remains one of the most entrenched transnational threats. Recent arrests of their gang members include alleged leaders and high-ranking operatives. Now, both of these organizations, Nick, have been designated as terrorist organizations under the Trump administration, obviously, who they would consider the worst of the worst there.
Allie, you broke down those gang arrests, but what other types of criminals are they prioritizing?
Yeah, they are still going after who they consider to be the worst of the worst. That might not necessarily be gang members, but still have pretty egregious criminal convictions. So what we can tell you here is we exclusively obtained arrest data information on a Mexican national, 32 years old. He actually entered the country illegally at least 13 times. He was actually busted by the DEA in Denver when they arrested him. They discovered 75 pounds of methamphetamine stashed in car tires. He's now facing prosecution and removal. Now, it's also really important here, Nick, to explain that a lot of the individuals that are arrested by ICE or Border Patrol in the interior of the country, they might not have criminal records here in the United States, but they might in their home country. But here's the issue that we run into. We aren't being given that data from these other countries. Venezuela, who we have a bounty on the head of Maduro, right? They're not giving us their arrest data for their criminals that they have in their country. And that is the same thing that we ran into when people were pouring over the border under the Biden administration. We just couldn't vet people. So that is another issue that they're running into with these arrests, Nick.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.